Hey there, welcome to this commentary podcast on Nollywood movies now on streaming. My name is Akintunde Damilare.
And my name is Folorunso Kazeem. Today we'll be looking at the third episode of Streaming Nollywood, and we'll be looking at the movie King of Boys, which was directed by Kemi Adetiba.
A question for you. I want you to think carefully before you answer. Lọ́sẹ̀ kan sísìn, ọmọkùnrin yẹn àti ọmọ yín kẹ́ rí wọn ní ìgbéyàwó tàbí kẹ́ gbọ́ ìròyìn wípé ọmọkùnrin náà fò ṣánlẹ̀ òkú. Èwo lẹ fẹ́?
It was actually released in October 2018 with an official record of box office, which
I think it was more than 245 million.
2.5 million, yes, 2.5 million.
Yep.
It featured, like a lot of notable actors like Shola Shobowale, Adeswad, Etomi,
Reminisce.
even if Reminisce is more of a musician.
Yeah, like this was his first time on the big screen,
Yes.
and he performed, he killed it.
Yeah, Iblis was there too. Iblis too was there.
Yeah.
We have Akin Lewis.
Yeah,
Jide
Jide
Kosoko,
Kosoko. Yeah.
Paul Sambo, this outside looking guy.
Yeah.
That was like, I think it was the police.
Anthony Tones.
Yeah,
I think let's just even go into discussing the movie.
She was the younger version of
Eniola Salami, and she absolutely killed her role in that movie. And really, Kemi Adetiba really did a solid work in King of Boys. And I think as we speak now, a sequel is definitely coming this year. So I really can't wait.
And I think this popular
actress Nsenkpe Etim, RMD, Efawara.
Wow.
So
star-studded,
of course, star-studded sequel. So let's just even go back to Kemi Adetiba's first big screen feature was The Wedding Party, and then everybody absolutely enjoyed it. Then she came back to a much more stronger film, but it was now much more like a political thriller. She moved away from rom-com to a political thriller, which was King of Boys, and it really it was a solid work. Everybody loved it. And moving on to the commentary of it was 3 hours. Do you feel 3 hours was long a movie for a box office film? What are your thoughts?
Well, I feel 3 hours is quite much. 3 hours is quite much. I feel the movie could have been cut short at around 2 hours plus. Because of course the storyline was quite lengthy. It was quite lengthy because they had to do the past, they had to do the present. So doing all those together, they had to actually extend the time. But 3 hours is quite much. I think that was like one of the main complaints from viewers that it was too long.
It was too long. But aside from that, it really made a strong impression,
Yes.
especially coming from Nollywood, because we know Nollywood is not really into political thrillers, and some of the execution that they used to do for Nollywood movies are not quite it. But this was like a strong execution coming from King of Boys director, that's Kemi Adetiba. So let's just go into what people are saying about the movie on Twitter. So Kazeem, let's take some tweets.
Okay, so there's this fine looking guy on Twitter at TJ Virus.
These are weird profiles on Twitter. Alright, so what did you say?
He said, watching King of Boys again, and I can clearly see the attention to details being top notch. Another great movie. Wow, that's cool.
Alright, so Gbemi O says, you guys, King of Boys has changed the game. Shola Shobawale, Reminisce, and Kemi Adetiba deserves all the accolades. All after King of Boys movie.
Moni Osibodo. She said, nah, Kemi Adetiba finished work for King of Boys movie, man. I didn't even care the movie was that long. Wow. She was actually cool about the length of the movie. That's surprising because I think that was like the major
people were just like saying the movie was long and all that.
Well, some are saying
another comment here from Biola Kazeem says, for a non-comedy movie released without the cushion of a festive holiday season, Kemi Adetiba's King of Boys is doing some outrageous numbers. She took a big risk with the genre and release time, but both gamble seems to be playing off nicely. Happy for Reminisce and Ill Bliss too. Yeah. because commenting on that, it's not really common for us to have a political thriller from Nollywood, especially big budget, big screens. And Kemi Adetiba was like, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take a risk, and I really, really hope people will like it.
Yeah,
And
I would like to even come in there. King of Boys is about a crime lord trying to go legit and all that, and you would notice that it's mostly Hollywood movies that have that kind of storyline where they have these gangsters and later they want to go legit, just do good business and make money. But in Nigeria, you wouldn't really see movies that can show something like that. So this is like something big for Kemi, and she did a
she
great
did a
job.
great job. And
Mama, we need to see you. Adetunde, but you for any ori.
Makanaki ṣé nǹkan ṣe ẹ́ ni?
You have drawn the battle line.
Stand him up.
You have stepped on the tail of the tiger.
as well, speaking on the fact that it was also grounded in the whole Nigerian context.
Yeah,
You could
Nigerian
see
context. It's just-
Makanaki, Iblis, they were, it was so, they were speaking English, they were speaking Yoruba.
They had political drama. They had, they had tribal words and exchange of tribal words and all
It
that.
was really, really grounded, and I could really say that this was like our Nigerian Godfather, but some people will kill me because, like, Godfather is.
That's a big word.
So, moving on, Moni. Okay, you've taken that comment. Yeah, Ifeoma Chukwuogo says, King of Boys snatched my wig. Tony Tones gave me goosebumps many times. Shola Shobawale killed it, Kata. Kemi Adetiba visuals can take my money. Excel Joab says someone should call Kemi Adetiba to arrange origin stories for some of the characters on King of Boys and make it into a TV show. Interesting. Timmy says, I want to talk about King of Boys. That movie is the best Nollywood production I've seen since Kuna Folayon's The Figurine and October 1st. Coughs. There's a lot to be done, but Kemi Adetiba is really putting in work to change the atmosphere of our content. So before we go into
let me take one more tweet now. At Maniac8989. Okay. He said King of Boys is such a mad movie.
Mad.
Kemi Adetiba is a genius. I can now go to sleep. Well, mad. I don't know if mad qualifies the movie, but well.
All right. So going on, wrapping up to lessons that audiences will learn from the movie. So basically, I really think that if you're a criminal crime lord, at the end of the day, you still can't go scot-free. But then again, looking at the way Kemi did the whole movie, at a point, she went to prison because she was being attacked by an underdog, which was Makanaki. But at the end of the day, she was able to come out of that whole battle victoriously. So there's that particular scene where also we saw Makanaki was being shot by that Igbo guy. Although we did not see the body of Makanaki, but at the end of the day, everybody's hoping that we might finally get some answers to that question: is Makanaki dead or not? All right. So lessons. What did you learn from the movie, Kazeem?
Well, I feel when it comes to politics, you have to tread carefully. Because no matter how big you are in the in that political sphere and all that, you are not to cross some people's path. If not, you can actually get yourself caught up in a very bad place.
Step on toes.
Yes. I'm saying you can be fresh out in the political sphere and you just go big, and even the people that you met there, they are actually when it comes to money and all that, you are more than them. But still, those are still the same people that actually know your roots and that can take them out at any time. So I feel being careful is actually the watchword when it comes to politics. You can't be too careful when it comes to politics. You have to take your time and you can't be friends with everyone. You make enemies now on a certain level. What I'm saying is, the people that you shouldn't offend most are the people that actually brought you in. Those are the people that you shouldn't actually offend. You would have enemies, that one is certain, but the people that brought you in, you should try to still maintain a cordial relationship with them and stay strong. That's the thing you can do. Moving on, Adesua was, I wouldn't say she was careless. I mean, the place where they shot her and where they shot her, I wouldn't say she was careless. But I would say, for me, if I was the daughter of a criminal, I'll be wearing bulletproof. Yes.
Right.
I'll be wearing bulletproof because, of course, she was not a child. She was an adult, and she knew what her mother was.
And she's almost like the successor of Eniola
Yes.
Eniola Salam. If
She was an easy target for anybody. She was someone that anyone could target to what Shola Shobale in the movie.
Funny enough, it was when they killed her, that's when I knew that she was a target as well. Because definitely, imagine if you have this $billion and you have this huge power, and then at the end of the day, nobody is worthy enough to inherit it, or nobody even understands the business of it. Like that is where your enemies will always target. Like, who is the next in position? And they did that, and it was all off.
I am Laburu. God's worst punishment in a person.
Thank you so much for listening. My name still remains Damilare.
And my name is Folorunso Kazeem.
We'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.